Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, family? Let me get everything set up real quick. Uno momento. Hope all is well with everybody. I really do. Let me get my other cousins over here because I had already had this set up and I don't know what's going on with these new updates to this technology, but it actually allows you to set up everything and then it times you out after the timer go down. So let me just get my other cousins over here in the chat and we're going to go ahead get this party started. All right. Almost done. Is it this one I was using? Yeah. All right, we rocking and rolling. Let me know who's in the chat, cousins. Y'all don't come up over here acting like y'all peeping toms and monitoring spirits. Y'all let me know who's tapped in. Let me see where you viewing from. Let's start there. What's going on YouTube? Okay, to you few that are on the Disruptor YouTube channel, and shout out to you who's watching straight from Facebook as of right now. Let me go ahead and set us up on Instagram, and we're gonna get this thing popping. Why do you choose to act dumb? Okay. All right, we ready. We ready, cousins. Y'all still ain't speaking. Hey, what's up? Who's tapped in? Where you from? What's your name? All that good stuff. Let me grab this real quick. I hate that they did that. I really do because I had everything ready and prepared. And like I said, this is like the third time it has actually timed me out once the clock ran down. So now I have to go back and get it again. But that's all right. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't gonna stop nothing. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Right. We're gonna go ahead and shut you off. Let's see how long this is. 19 minutes. All right, we just gonna go ahead and start, okay? 10 minutes in, and we're just getting started. What's going on, good people? What is going on to YouTube cousins and kin folks, Facebook cousins and kin folks? What is going on to my Instagram cousins and kin folks? I hope all is well with you all, wherever you are, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Okay. There's a whole lot of happening, but we are absolutely blessed because we have been made, okay, or shall I say, counted amongst those in the land of the living. We're going to be talking about some pay raises, okay? But before we start talking about how to give yourself a pay raise, because you need one. That's why I had to check in first. We good? Because there's a lot of things being raised. Our gas prices, our food prices, our housing prices, our insurance prices, interest rates. Everything is going up except your money. But there is a solution. There is absolutely a solution. And just hold on one second. I want to kind of just lay the foundation of why you need more money, why you need to give yourself a pay raise. I've been talking about it for several days, but okay, let me see what this is. Contract. Let me make sure I got this up here ready for us to go. Why did this thing? Uh, oh, okay. I can close this out. This is wrong thing. Yes, come on, come on, come on. I need you to come on. Hold on, y'all. This dang on internet. Come on, man. I'm just gonna start another one, okay? Because I just don't got time for this thing today. Hopefully, I'm not frozen over here, Lord. Let's see if it got. Okay. Are we coming? Are we coming? Okay. Cool. This is terrible. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't know what's going on. I can just go straight off the rip. It ain't even no problem. So I don't know what in the world is going on with this technology right now. Okay, um, I was. I'm gonna pick up from where I kind of left off on yesterday. The reason why I'm going to start right here, foundation wise, and build up from here really quickly. It's not going to take me long. It would have even been faster. There it is. It would have even been faster if I could have got this stuff working. All right, let's see if this is it. This is it. This is it. Hold on. Un momento. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Um, oh, this is terrible. Let's see if it just give it to me again because I want it to be very specific. And I'm so sorry because y'all know I need to earn the rights to your time. And I promise you, I'm going to try to go edit it. That way we start right here, right now. Okay. Welcome, everybody. You are live with Dr. Tawana Worlds, also known as The Disruptor. Welcome on whatever platform you are viewing me on right at this present time. Okay. And welcome back to those who always come spin a block with your girl, Dr. Worlds. I want to get straight to the point, okay? All of this stuff that's going on, I was saying a moment ago that this is the reason why we need to be giving ourselves a pay raise, because everything that we know and that we need and that we use and we rely on and that we've been very comfortable having will be a challenge financially to obtain. Okay, it's very important. Most people probably don't care about what Iran and United States and China and all these people doing, but when it comes to the nitty gritty, it is always us, the consumers, that's going to pay for the cost of the war. We're going to feel the pain of the war. Okay, and just there's other countries right now feeling it. So we're getting a preview. Okay, we're in a better position than most countries. I'll say that. Ones who are going to suffer the worst is those in the African continent. They rely on everything energy to, you know, power their plants, their factories, the fertilizer to grow, and then they already struggling, you know, a lot worse than certain other countries. That's what I'll say. They are taking the brunt of it. United States will take some of it too. Okay. Good thing about the United States is that we produce our own pretty much everything. We produce our own oil. We produce our own minerals. We produce our own water. We are very well rounded. China has a lot to lose as well. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, all of those people, they built a whole nation. Dubai was supposed to be the New York of the Middle East. And they relied on, you know, purchasing energy very low and then selling it still very low to us. Even though we produce our own energy, we have our own water wells, etc., because we were receiving it for such a cheaply discounted rate. That's how it's going to hurt us. Okay. China, they the ones who manufacture the energy because they have deals with Saudi Arabia and all of this stuff. Okay. It's not going to hurt them as much in the short term, but if this thing drags out longer than what it should, 6 months, say down the road, this could actually bankrupt China. So there's a lot of countries that are already suffering. Cuba, they have to rationalize their power, meaning only certain things get powered and certain things don't. They may give you an hour to 2 hours worth of power per day, okay? Because they have to sustain whatever energy resources they have. Excuse me. Um, Places like Vietnam, they have halted purchasing jet fuel. They can't fly their planes. Their people are forced to work from home. Drive, their being rationalized. They can't drive. They don't have fuel to fund that. So there's a lot of people taking hits. I'm going to specifically just start us off with a list of things that will impact us in our day to day living. Okay. I'm not even going to say if the Strait of Hormuz is disrupted, it's already disrupted. And there is over 50,000 daily products, supplies, services that we rely on, depend upon, need of, have usage of, that will be affected just by this one little part of the world being shut down and stopping 20% of the oil, which not only produces, you know, gas and fuel for jets, but it also produces energy. It is used, for energy. So let me tell you right now, oil will affect 50,000 everyday products directly or indirectly. Gas for your car, Uber, if you don't have gas for your car, Uber and Lyft prices, all those ride share programs, their prices will absolutely go up. Flights will go up. Shopping, okay, any Amazon packages, DHL, Temu, all of that stuff that requires shipping, it will absolutely goes up. Absolutely go up. All food products, okay? Because of transportation prices being inflated, food prices will be inflated. It will cost them a lot more to go pick up bread and eggs and milk, fertilizers, pesticides, all of that stuff. Everything that we use for household products that come in plastic containers, we're going to be priced upwardly. Detergent, shampoo, cleaning supplies, okay, water bottles, anything that comes are made in plastic, you will pay more for. Clothing, anything polyester, nylon, spandex, cotton, okay, most clothes today are petroleum based. A lot of us don't know that, but they are. Beauty and personal care, makeup, hair care products, lotions, Vaselines, all of these contain petroleum. Okay? When we think about the oil, hello, you guys. When we think about the oil, we think that it will only affect, hey, gas, hey, maybe food. But no, look at all the daily things that we use that it will affect. If all of these things that I just named will increase in price, and the only thing that is not increasing is your money, we have a major problem. Okay? Housing and utilities, asphalt and roads, okay? Roofing materials, insulation, heating oil. Keeping your house running depends on oil. Shipping and packages, boxes, plastic packaging, bubble wrap, everything shipped and have to be wrapped, oil is involved. Medical and health, medical equipment, gloves, syringes, pharmaceuticals. Oil is used in the production. Electronics, phone parts, cell phones, computer components, wiring insulation. Oil is used in the manufacturing. Okay? When oil prices go up, it's not just gas, it's everything. Literally. Oil goes up, transportation costs go up, shipping goes up, production goes up, prices go up, and you pay more. People who will get the hit the hardest is those that are still living paycheck to paycheck. People that are already struggling. And most importantly, people with only one income. You're going to struggle the hardest. And I talked a little bit about it on the last live, how this hits us really hard. This is not the kind that just creeps up slowly, 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 slowly. No, this is the one that just, bam, there it is, deal with it. It's called compound, where things are just compiled one on top of the other, compounded. You got all these things going up, and you have to pay more for all of these things that are going up, and your money is not going up. This is why people that are struggling, people that are, impoverished, and people who have only one income will be hurt the worst, literally. Okay? Everything about your lifestyle, your clothes, your groceries, transportation, your travel, your rent, your household items, your life is about to get more expensive. Okay? I'm going to share my screen and finish off here because we going to do one of the two things. You going to get right or you going to get left behind. And there's always going to be two types of people that come out of this situation. Ones that come on top and the ones that drown. Ones that struggle and the ones that will be successful. Crisis don't just create catastrophes. Crisis creates opportunities. And every time there is a crisis, way back to them good old Bible beginning days, when there was a famine in the land, God told Isaac to go sow seeds. Actually, there was a drought, so there wasn't no water to grow those seeds. But in the middle of a drought, he was instructed to sow, to invest. And in that same year, he reaped 100-fold. What he grew, he was now able to sell to everybody who did not have none. This is not about panic. This is about positioning. And because everything is being reset, you now have an opportunity to be in the best position you have ever been in. I can go from biblical days all the way up to current. In 2020, the last crisis, DoorDash got filthy rich. Netflix got filthy rich. YouTube got filthy rich. Zoom got filthy rich. Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, they all got filthy rich. The corn industry got filthy rich. Real talk. In the middle of a crisis, Uber and Lyft got filthy rich. Instacart, they got filthy rich. Amazon, they got filthy rich. Go do the data. ChatGPT will give it to you. Okay? In 2020, who all got extremely, extremely rich off of just a crisis? I want to go look it up and tell y'all. I know for sure, but it's probably something I missed. In 2020, I'm going to just say, from the 1960s, name companies or individuals who got filthy rich during crisis and how. Even include the 2020 pandemic. Okay? We about to check this out real quick. Let me stop the share over here so we can sup together. We'll come back to this. So hold on one second. All right. So I said from the 1960s, name companies or individuals who got filthy rich during crisis. and eat and how. Okay. I was supposed to say, I want to know who got rich and how they got rich. Okay. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. What in the world? Come on now, ChatGPT. It's over here malfunctioning today. And I don't even know why. Bless his heart. Uh oh, I done went way too far. Hold on. Okay, here we go right here. Let's go from here. From the 1960s up until now, name companies or individuals who got filthy rich during crises and how they got rich is what it's supposed to say. Even include the 2020 pandemic. Okay? Every crisis creates two groups of people, those who panic, those who position. Real examples, people and companies that got rich during crisis. 1970, oil crisis. This relates directly to now. Okay, who won? ExxonMobil, Chevron, BP. How did they get rich? Oil prices skyrocketed. These companies already controlled the supply and they charged higher prices, which equaled massive profits. The lesson in this: when you can control or position around a need, solve a problem, then you position for life. I say this all the time. Now you got a chat bot coming to tell you when you control the shovels, when you control the apps, when you control the supply, when you go buy products that you know going to be in shortage, I'm teaching you how to research. Let me go see what's going to be affected so I can buy it at the price it is now. So when the price goes up, I control the supply. Going back to Bible days, this is what Joseph did and became the richest man in Egypt during a 7-year famine. He went ahead of the famine, like 2 years into it, and bought up all the wheat so that when people needed wheat, they had to come to him. And when they didn't have no more money to purchase it, because he would rationalize it. Here's enough for 3 months. Here's enough for 6 months. They come back. You gonna let us die? Yes, I will. We need wheat. Well, pay for it. We don't have money. Well, what you got? We got houses. I'll take the houses. You want to eat. I control the supply. And you control whether you eat or you die. This is not about just, hey, go make some more money. Hey, go make some rapid money. This has everything to do with positioning yourself. I've been in this field for a good, cool minute. Okay? For a good, cool minute. I know what works and I know what does not work. And as a leader, my job is to lead you there faster. If what took me years to learn and do and see results, because I had to learn, I had to go through, I had to find the way, okay? Find the fastest path, make mistakes. But when you get somebody who's already done it, they get you there faster and you avoid the mistakes. It took me almost 9 months to close on our first home because you have to have monies that are seasoned and they have to be sitting there. And no money can go in or out of that account. And I had deposits going in. And it don't matter if you had 35,000 in there seasoned. They wanted only 35,000 in there seasoned. If you got a $5 deposit and you now had $35,005, you got to go through this whole rigorous, where did you get the money from? You know, what did you do with the money? You got to go through this whole investigation. It's horrible how they don't want you to buy a home, but they do want to make you sign a death pledge. If you go look up what does mortgage mean in French, because that's where the word originated from, it will tell you it means a death pledge. So for the rest of your life, you sign a death pledge to be indebted to them. Even if you pay your house off, still indebted. You have taxes. If you don't pay them taxes, you're now on a tax lien. Okay? It's the name of the system. But let's stay focused on this. 2008 housing crisis. Who won? John Paulson. He made $4 billion. And Warren Buffett, who is in so much debt. And we think that's a bad thing. He got filthy rich and won in the 2008 housing crash because he leveraged other people's money. Okay? How did they get rich? Paulson bet against the housing market collapse. He invested. While everybody else was cashing in, selling their homes, going crazy, trying to save their little equity or whatever, he bet against it. Started buying up a bunch of it. Look at what Buffett did. Same thing. He just bought assets dirt cheap while others were scared to make those type of moves. What is the lesson in that? When people panic, assets go on sale. And they do. We may be thinking this food shortage. Mama! That's my mama blowing up my chat, y'all. When things happen, and I say this all the time, people that are unprepared, they are the ones that's going to panic. I also say this all the time. We who have been obedient and have done what we have been instructed to do, there is no panic. There is sorrow, especially when you see bad things happen to humanity, when it does not have to. But we know this is the best time to be alive. I know my grandmother and great-great-grandmother prayed for this day because we ain't never had an opportunity like we have at our fingertips right now. Never. Where we can actually come in and create an app and we don't know anything about coding numbers, building apps, and you can go and make an app with a prompt and it builds out your entire app for you, where you can actually take an idea of an image in your mind and create income from that. That's next level. Okay. Let's see. This is an image. Okay. This is not a photo shoot. This is a prompt using my image and the background and style and all of that I wanted it to be in. Let me stop the share so y'all can see. Okay. This is a prompt of an image of the background style. Okay. This is a whole entire photo that was printed. I don't know why this, probably because this background is on, but hey, this is a whole entire, it came from a prompt and I turned it into a picture frame for my daughter. Okay. I can sell these for $20. Just a image. I can take a photo of you and put you in the same background and send this to you. Mother's Day is coming up. People love customized images of their mothers. Some of your mothers have lost their mother. And you can take an image of their mother and put it with your mother and collaborate the two and give them a memory they may have never gotten a chance to have or recreate when the grandma first had your mama. Something very sentimental, customized. You don't even got to draw it. We are living in the best times of the worst times. But this isn't just about prosperity. This is about positioning because the people who are getting replaced are the people who don't know how to do any of this, how to even use AI. Okay? So, this is why it has never been easier. And this is all we should be focusing on. It's how to take our rightful position. Who cares about politics? And I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. Wars are going to be wars. If we know the outcome of what's going to happen from this war, that there won't just be casualties from bombs being dropped, but there will be casualties from food shortage supplies. This is a problem. People won't be able to afford their rent. They'll have to choose between should I buy food or should I pay my rent? Should I pay and keep the lights on or should I put gas in the car? Gas is already $10 per gallon. In the 2000s, 2010s, the e-commerce shift, who won? Jeff Bezos, Amazon. How did they get rich? They saw the shift from physical stores to online. And then they started building infrastructure before everyone else caught on. This is another great key point and moment in history. Success leave clues, and you got to pay attention to where the world is going. Where is the world going in 2026? Online. Whether you like it or not. You might as well get on board because everything in the world is going online. Okay? And if you follow the clues that success is leaving, then you'll be successful. 2008, 2015, tech and app boom. Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook won. How did they get rich? He leveraged the rise of smartphones and he built a platform that people will use every single day. Okay? 2020, 2022 pandemic. This one you will definitely understand. Who won? I just said it. Zoom video communications. They were number one. Amazon, Pfizer, Moderna. I forgot about them. How did they get rich? Zoom. Everything went online. Remote work exploded. And millions needed to be able to connect via video. Amazon, people had to stay at home. So online shopping went dumb crazy. Pfizer and Moderna, y'all already know the jabs. And because they had the solution to the world's problem, they received billions in revenue. So, what is the lesson in that? Solve the new problem created by the crisis, and you'll solve your problems by doing that. Okay? During the pandemic, some people lost everything. But also during that same pandemic, some people became millionaires. Same crisis, different positions. Okay? Now we're in another shift. Energy, inflation, and global tension. But somebody is about to get rich. Okay? There are three ways people will win in a crisis. They got to either control a resource, they got to solve a problem, or they got to position themselves early. I want y'all to see something. How many people in the world still need to learn AI? Then we're going to narrow it down how many people in the United States need to learn AI. The world population is about 8 billion people, and only a small percentage actually understand how to use AI to make money. Most people have heard of AI like ChatGPT, but they don't even know how to apply it. You want to break it down? 1 to 2 billion people have basic access to AI tools, but over 6 billion people still do not know how to use AI to create income, automate, or build wealth. Even in the United States, majority of people are still confused about AI, afraid of it, or not using it for income at all. Less than 10 to 15% are actually using AI in a strategic way. What that means, AI is not saturated, it is underused. And there are billions of people who still don't know how to use it to make money. Why is this a huge opportunity? Because we are early. Just like the internet in the 90s, social media in the 2010s, the people who learn it now are the ones who will win big. It's all about positioning. We can talk about land. Landowners. How many people actually own land? We can talk about government contracts. How many people don't know nothing about securing long-term wealth through government contracts? I just gave y'all a contract breakdown. If you get a $3 million contract for the next 3 years, every single month, for the next 3 years, you and yours would receive $83,333.33 every single month, like clockwork. $83,000 checks are deposits every month for the next 5 years. Why would we be doing anything different? Why? Okay. Let's ask it another question. Okay. How many became millionaires during the pandemic? How many became millionaires? Let's see. Give it a second because it's acting like it's sleepy. During the pandemic 2020 to 2022, the world created 5 million new millionaires globally. Just in the United States alone, 2 million new millionaires in 2 years. 2 million millionaires in 2 years. Imagine that. That lets you know right then and there that making a million is not hard. 2 million millionaires, not 200, not 200,000, not 500,000, not a million, 2 million millionaires in 2 years were created during a pandemic when people were sick and dying and locked down. 2 million millionaires were made. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down in real life. Let me get over here and finish my presentation real quick. Because you get to choose up, beloveds. You get to pick and choose what path you're going to take. Clearly, we see on one side the people that are living on one paycheck, people that are living in poverty, people that are struggling. You ain't going to make it. If everything is going up and you don't have a way to make your money go up, how do you even fathom you going to make it? You're not. Every major financial crisis in modern history has also been the greatest wealth transfer event of its era. We are in a wealth transfer, and I don't want you to miss it. The 2008 housing collapse wiped out millions of homeowners and created a generation of real estate millionaires who bought at the bottom. The COVID crash devastated small businesses and minted hundreds of new billionaires who were positioned to capitalize. This is not cynical. This is just how markets work. And you need to decide which side of that transfer you're going to land on. Those who are struggling are waiting for someone to come and save them. They are dependent on one single income source. They do not have no assets, they have no savings, and they have no skills. They have to react to crisis after it hits. Meanwhile, they are watching prices rise with no plan and letting fear paralyze their action. But those who will thrive will be those who are building multiple income streams right now. They are leveraging their credit and using capital strategically. They are investing in income generating assets. They are acting early before the peak of the crisis. And they are learning high income skills that work in any economy. And they are leveraging mentorship to shortcut the learning curve. The wealthy understand something that most people don't. Economic instability is not an obstacle, it's a market condition. And market conditions can be navigated by those with the right knowledge, the right tools, and the right positioning. The crisis doesn't have to destroy you, it can launch you if you move with intention and with speed. Okay, the opportunity window is open right now, but it will not stay open forever. And to be honest with you, it won't stay open much longer. A lot of the things that I've been saying for 2 years, hey, y'all get in, mid-journey, all of this stuff, learn these tools, they are now charging you for them. They're not even giving them to you for free. You know how many millionaires made money for the free 99 just using free platforms because they were testing who can do what with what. The new jobs that they are creating is going to be in the field of technology. It's going to be in the field of technology. They're taking a lot of jobs away. Yes, they are. But they are also adding a lot of jobs, but they're only in AI. You got to act now. Delay will absolutely cost you. There is a dangerous comfort in telling yourself that you will look into it later. Dangerous. Later may not come for you. Later is exactly when it will be too late. And every day that you wait, prices rise a little more. Every week you delay, opportunities narrow a little further. Every month of inaction, the wealth gap between those who prepared and those who didn't grows wider and harder to close. Our gas price surge potential could go up 40%. Historical oil crises have produced 40 to 80% fuel cost spikes within months of supply disruption. We're going on a month. 60% plus of American people are living paycheck to paycheck. You living with zero financial buffers before the crisis even peaks, completely exposed to every price shock. You know how you win? If you got something coming in, that offsets the higher cost. Yeah, you will pay more, but you got money flowing in. Currency. It's flowing. Currency. It's going out, but it's cycling back in. It's going out, it's cycling back in. I stay abased. I don't drown. Okay. I have the potential to actually rise because I have something recycling. It's called currency for a reason. It's supposed to move. It's never supposed to be saved. It's never supposed to be hoarded. It's never supposed to be idolized. It's never supposed to be worked for. It is currency. It has a job. And it only grows when it flows. Money only grows when it flows because it is currency. The more distribution you put out, the more input you get in. It's not it's not rocket science. It's basic addition and subtraction. Real talk. 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and probably the other 20% is living off of assistance. So only 20% is really actually building and investing. I'm not even going to say 20% because they say it's only 1%. The one percenters are wealthy. They have no emergency savings, and the average emergency savings that some Americans have is less than $1,000. And that will not sustain you. That will make you unable to absorb even a single crisis event. All you got is $1,000 saved up, and everything go up all together: gas prices, food prices, clothing prices, plastic, medication, everything just go up at once. That $1,000 is done with. And then what? Right now is the only time to move. Not tomorrow, not next month, not when you get paid on Friday, okay? Not after the crisis peak. We are going into a month of this, so we know prices already starting to rise. A couple weeks ago, we didn't see it, but it's the end of the month. This war has been going on since the beginning, so now we're going to see the real damage. Now we're going to see the real inflated prices, okay? They got to pay for this. The time to prepare for a storm is before it arrives. Okay? If you get a forecast saying it's going to rain, the time to go get you an umbrella and plan your path of travel, whether you're going to stay indoors, work from home, go outside, you get a chance to prepare because you have got a warning. You have got a forecast that in 2 days it's raining, and it's going to rain for the next 7 days. Prepare accordingly. Move now or struggle later. That's the name of the game. This is not a motivational slogan. This is not just some fancy quote. It's the truth. This is your financial forecast. If you move now, you'll be positioned. But if you move later, you will struggle. The people who act in the next even 30 to 60 days will categorically be in a different position. Will they still be hit? Yes. But they will be in a different position versus those who still 30 to 60 days in this thing. And we're approaching 30 days. They still be like, oh yeah, we'll just see how this goes. By the time it's undeniable, which it is now, the best opportunities will be gone. The time is now, and it has never been more than now than it is right now. The first best time was to get in position was yesterday. And the second best time to get in position is today. Okay? How do you prepare right now? We're gonna halt the warning because everybody should understand. And we're gonna talk about the solution because there is solutions. Surviving and thriving through an oil crisis and an economic instability is not about luck. It's not about connections. And it's not about having money already. It's about knowledge, it's about strategy, and it's about execution. Just those three things alone. Here is a 4-pillar action plan for getting financially positioned before the storm peaks. First and foremost, you got to build multiple streams of income. Relying on one single paycheck, one single handout, one single assistant is the most dangerous financial position that you can be in during an economic crisis. Your goal must be at least to create 3 streams of income minimally, up to 7. And you got to build them simultaneously. Just like prices is rising simultaneously, you got to create these simultaneously. You don't got to go get 7 different LLCs and have 7 different bricks and mortar buildings. Nah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about income streams. Let me give you a perfect example. If you got an Apple iPhone, they use one niche, Apple, and turned it into multiple streams of income. You had the Apple iPhone 9, 10, 11. Every year they coming out with another one. And it's the same phone, might just be bigger or with different gigabytes. But every year from that one idea, they make a boatload of money. So much money that they don't even advertise their phones except in October. They put the word out. iPhone 17 Pro Max is going to come out. They get a bunch of pre-orders. Okay? Makes real good gifts for the holidays. After that, they're not doing no more promotion for no Apple 17. They already working on the 18. And then all year long, people go and buy the Apple 17. Not only do they have that, the Apple phone, they have the Apple Watch, 2 streams of income. They have the Apple computer, laptop, 3 streams of income. Okay, they have the Apple glasses, 4 streams of income. They have the Apple, I forgot what it's called. Hold on. The what you call these? The AirPods. They have the Apple AirPods. Okay, that's 5 streams of income, and we can just keep going on and on. So don't say, oh, that's hard to do. They took one product and created multiple streams of income from that. If all you know how to do is make good food, you can take one recipe and create 7 streams of income from that. Okay? If you were smart, go everybody in the family. Let's come together, a family, and you give me your best barbecue recipe. And grandma, you give me your best 7-Up upside down cake recipe. And mama, you give me your goodest smothered collard greens and turkey neck recipe. And sis, you give me your vanilla pudding, whatever you call that stuff with them graham crackers on it. Give me your best vanilla pudding. And Auntie Nay, you give me your best potato salad. Now all the family members got one recipe in one cookbook. Okay? Now you take that cookbook, and that's one stream of income that you could add different recipes every single month. First cookbook is going to be about Southern. And then we're going to make a cookbook about maybe some other side dishes we know how to make that does not have to do with Southern food. Okay? Or we're going to make some other type of dishes that we go learn. ChatGPT can help us with. So that's multiple streams or reoccurring revenue from just one idea. Hi, sister. Much love to you. How are you? And then from your cookbook, we can create a community. Everybody pay $5 to be in this community. We'll allow you guys to network with each other cookers, share y'all recipes, have a community of people who love food and love to cook. 2 streams of income. It's $5 a month. 2 streams of reoccurring income. Hey, y'all, I'm going to be doing a workshop. Okay? My workshop, $47. And I'm going to be going along with a workbook. The workshop is going to show y'all how to cook my smothered chicken, my scalloped potatoes, perfect white rice, and some gravy with some cornbread. That's going to be the workshop. Okay? You get lifetime access. You want to learn how to cook those 5 dishes. It's a workshop. That's 3 streams of income. Hey, we're going to have a 3-month event every 3 months. Every 3 months, we're going to have a cook-off in different cities. We're going to raise funding, and one business will be able, to win $1,000. That's 5 streams. And then every year, we're going to have the yearly cook-off. Okay? What we'll have are the yearly gathering. Smoke contest. We're going to smoke or the best fish, or the best chicken, whatever the theme going to be. You have now generated 6 streams of income, and we could go on. Hey, I got a 12-month mentorship where I will show you the right type of skillets, show you the right type of meals, make sure you get more than 1 meal, make sure you learn more than 2 meals, okay? You have a whole menu that also comes with my 12-month cookbook, comes with my community, okay? You can offer a mentorship as 7 streams of income from one idea. So please don't try to come by with the excuses. Excuses are useless. It's time to move now. Hope all is well with you and the family, sister. We will because we here, but Lord have mercy. I got a story to tell. I really do. I got a story to tell. I really do. I'll say that. We're still out here in California. And it has been one hell of a experience. But God is still good. And when all else fails and when everyone else fails, He will always be there. So I'm copacetic with that. Number two, okay, first one, we're going to build multiple streams of income so that if one is disrupted, you got others to keep you afloat. That's the importance of having multiple streams. Transportation, real estate, government contracting, online businesses are all viable paths with the right mentorship and guidance. Transportation is something that's going to always be in in rotation. I don't care what they got going on. They can be at war, still gonna need transportation. They can be in a pandemic, still gonna need transportation. There could be a hurricane, still gonna need transportation. Airway, waterway, railway, and roadway. Always gonna need transportation. It's the best industry to get in. And one thing about it is when inflation goes up, it costs us, the consumers, more. But when you actually in the transportation niche, then your pay go up because you get to dictate and control whether I'm gonna go pick that load up for 7,000 or for 10,000. And if you don't want to take it, then you just don't have to. Let me give y'all a quick play real quick in the transportation space. You don't even have to own your fleet. You can actually go lease your fleet and make you $20,000 a month. You pay your driver $4,500 to $5,000 a month. That still leaves you with about $15,000. You're gonna pay your fee for your fleet, okay? Because you're leasing the fleet. That'll be about another $2,000 to $3,000. So now you're back down to $12,000. And then for the whole month, you want to pay for diesel because it's going to be inflated. Okay. I'll say about 2,000 to 3,000 in diesel. Meanwhile, for you to sit at home and just be the controller of the supply, your take home would be $9,000 a month extra just because you started the business. You're not working no more hours. You're not doing anything strenuous. You are literally controlling the supply. And you're generating you an extra 9,000. Now, is $20,000 hard to get right now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me try to find my little. Here they go, right here. Hold on, let me stop this. Is it hard to get $20,000 a month? No. And then once you get that one down locked, okay, you go do it again. And you go rent another truck and you get another driver and you generate another $20,000 a month and you pay your driver $4,500 to $5,000 a month, something that they 9 to 5 would never pay them. You deduct for the cost of your rental fee and your mileage, and then you bank another 9,000. You got 2 trucks banking you $18,000 a month for you to literally do nothing but control the supply. You're not driving, you're not touching no freight. Can you make $20,000 in a month? Absolutely. This is just a one-way load. They're paying $5,500 to go from Union City, California to Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. That's one way. Now, we need a load coming back. Same mileage. That'll be another $5,500. That's $11,000 just on a one way and back. But they got this load going from Dallas to Seattle, Washington, and it's paying $6,300. And you go take that up there and get something for about 4,000, 5,000 coming back. In 2 weeks, you done did 20K. So imagine if you're doing 40K a month. Imagine you're doing 40K. Now, you still doing $18,000 money to just control the business, the supply. You go add another truck. That truck making 40K, especially right now with rising prices. And now you doing 18,000 from this truck, 18,000 from that truck every single month. That is $36,000 a month from off of a trucking business. You started on paper, you don't drive, you don't touch no freight, okay? You just control the supply. Hopefully this makes sense to you why that presentation names transportation as a pandemic proof, recession proof, inflation proof, war proof business. It's always needed. And if you're going to get in anything, you might as well get in something that's always needed. That's the best way to position yourself. Government contracting. Right now, they're looking for electric vehicles. So if I go tell them that I am a car salesman, and I go look up that code, and they say, right now we're looking for electric vehicles. And I go talk to Honda, I go talk to Toyota, Tesla. Hey, I got a contract. Could you produce 100 electric vehicles over the course of 12 months for the government's employees? Yeah, I can. How much would that cost? That'll run you about maybe 15 million. Okay, great. You can get the job done. Cool. I'm gonna go to the government. It's gonna be like 25 million because my time is included to go find the dealership, make sure you get the shipment, keep up with making sure the order is fulfilled. My role, and I'm charging 10 million for my role, which is just oversight. Make sure the cars are being shipped, produced in a timely fashion, and that you're happy, Mr. Government. And for that, I charge 10 million. So they give me $25 million contract. Manufacturer get they 15, and I get my 10. This contract might be, and we know these contracts get real big. Let's just go ahead and take a peek at one. Okay, let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. Let me go ahead and take a peek real quick. And this is the last little example I'm gonna show y'all because I gotta get my buns. Okay, let's take this off. Hold on, let me go grab something real quick. Next. That way I can just have it pulled up for y'all. And y'all know I can go to the auction and get these vehicles too. I have a dealer's license to not just go to regular auctions where cars are broke down. but to go to auctions from Enterprise, Hertz. Okay. Been trying to tell y'all to get in this transportation space because it's like next level. We get access to ambulances, where we can start non-medical transportation, picking up patients, taking them to dialysis, people that are on hospital beds. We can actually transport dying patients from the facility to go spend their last dying moments with their family members. I mean, you guys, the opportunities are limitless if we would just shift our focus and get serious about this. Let me get this names code real quick. I'm going to say car dealer. Okay, cool. So I am going to get, let me make sure I get the right code. Car washes, told y'all those. I'm going to just leave that alone. Come back over here. R dealer, recreational vehicle dealers, RV dealers. They looking for everything, okay? Motorcycle, ATV, and all other motor vehicle dealers, new dealers, used dealers. Okay, I'm gonna go with let's see, hold on. All other personal care, credit card issuing, child care services, passenger car leasing. Would that be the one? Passenger car leasing. Hold on here, I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. Passenger car rental. Blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of them to choose from. Motor vehicle. Let me just grab one. Okay, I'm gonna just go with passenger car leasing 532112. Y'all help me remember that 532112. 532112. 532112. I'm gonna pull up this website right here so that y'all can see 532112. I want y'all to walk with me. No, the screen frozen, is it? Y'all can't hear me, y'all let me know. 532112. It probably just I didn't have my screen um on the NACE. I just needed to grab the code real quick. Search by start searching rewards. 532112. Let me just go ahead. I'm gonna pick. I want to see contracts for this year, and I wanted to see what they paid for last year. Okay. What is all this stay in touch? Can I move this off the screen or what? This is blocking. I'm gonna come put that code that I told y'all to remember. 532112. How do I take this off my screen? Yeah. Okay. So it's gonna ask me, am I real estate and rental leasing or am I automotive equipment rental and leasing? I'm going to select that one. Okay. And then I am going to hit search. Where are you? Where's the search button? Okay. Why is this? Okay. There we go. Submit. All right. So now we about to see the awards and how much money they have been paying. Okay. For contracts for car rentals. Now I'm going to blow this up a little bit. You can see right here, shuttle bus leasing, pyramid car rental, SARL. Okay. Gold Belt Specialty Service, Point Junction. You see again here, Shuttle Bus Leasing. You see they got two contracts. Okay. So top one, let's get them all in the same part right here. Let's see. Hold on. Because I want y'all to be able to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if they got any more down here. So they just came for 2. Okay. So we got one right here, Shuttle Bus Leasing. They received $24,602,213.41 for a contract. And then right down here, they got another $8 million. Okay. So really what they got was 32 million, maybe 33. Add these numbers together. But let's see what they got a contract for. They just wanted the bus to be leased to support whatever this T42 was. Okay. And also here, they just wanted them to lease buses and vans. You do not have to own a bus and a van to lease a bus and a van. You can actually rent a bus and a van from a bus and a van rental company, and then just make sure they have the services to transport and do whatever it is that they was going to do on that day or that month or for that year. Okay. This is a definitive contract. Okay. They needed this in Riverside. Okay. They wanted primary place of performance for the job to be done was in Del Rio, Texas for this one, and Riverside for this one. Okay. There was no obligations for COVID. We want to see who paid for this. Department of Homeland Security paid for rental cars. Department of Homeland Security paid for rental cars for both. This was for U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Same thing here, U.S. Customs and Border Protection. They wanted some vans rented. Okay. They gave them all that money for this contract that started on May 13th of 2022, and it will end on May 28th. Well, it ended May 28th of 2025. So 3 years, okay, for that contract. And then they got this one on 8/8/2023. They got this one 5/13/2022, 8/8/2023, and this was only for a year contract from 8/8/2023 to 10/31/2024. They got $8 million for a 1-year contract. And for a 3-year contract, they got 24 million for 3 years. Okay. So if they got 24, if they got 32 million, I want to go ask ChatGPT. Hold on. It's just going too slow. Okay, hold on. Let me ask real quick. All right. Let me start a new chat and ask that. Come on now. Come on. Don't be slow. You're running up my time. If I received a $32 million contract for 3 years, how much every month would I receive until the 3 years were completed? Let's see how much they got every single month. This is called long-term generational wealth. Y'all would be amazed. They got $888,888.89 per month So that's almost $900,000 every single month. Every single day, they made $29,629, which is about $1,234 per hour. They got $900,000 a month for those 3 years on just the contracts. Okay? That's why this stuff is so important. Because you want to position yourself the right way. Okay? You also want to build income generating assets. That's a number 3 thing to do. Well, I'm going to back up to the number 2 thing. And I only got like 2 or 3 more slides and then I'm going to get off of here, okay? I just want y'all to see this because you can either prosper or get piss poor right about now. But you do got a free will to choose and decide which way you going to go, which route you going to take. You don't have to be piss poor. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to have this stuff affecting you, especially if you act now. You got to get capital. Access to funding and leveraging credit is going to be everything. Too many people have never been taught how to legally, like Warren Buffett, leverage his credit to go buy all of that real estate, and he won in a 2008 market crash. You got to learn how to legally access your credit, how to build business profiles, and how to leverage funding like you ain't never seen before to create more opportunities. With the right knowledge, you can access $50,000 to $250,000 in capital. This is money that can be deployed to build income generating assets rather than just covering expenses. You want to now build income generating assets. The wealthy don't just earn, they own. Assets that generate income like car washes, laundromats, storage facilities, real estate, rental properties, land, all kinds of gold, silver, precious metals, assets. Because if you own assets, you would never even have to use your credit. This is the problem why you got to use credit, cousins. If I went and bought me some land that was valued at $144,000, then I have $144,000 in assets. And if I needed a $50,000 to $70,000 loan, I can borrow against my $144,000 asset, half of it. So they know for sure, you don't pay me, you got $144,000 in assets. I am not going to go based off of your credit because you have assets. And if you don't pay me, then there's still money for me to take out and money left over for you. But now, yeah, you can borrow that. Just think if you have $5 million in assets, then yeah, you can go borrow $2 million. And then what would you do with that $2 million? Go make you some more money, babies. Go buy some more assets. Now get your portfolio up to $10 million in assets. You can say I borrowed the $2 million, but my assets are now sitting at $10 million. I would like to get the $5 million. And you never pay it back. The goal is not to ever pay it back. It's to keep paying on it. Why? So they offer you more capital. They never want you to pay it back. They make money when y'all doing business together. So if you gave me $5 million on a $10 million asset, let me go buy a $3 million property, use about $1 million if I need to renovate it or pay for stuff up front. And now that property is going to be equivalent to about $7-10 million. And now I just added that to my portfolio. This is what the wealthy do. And you really need to learn how to leverage your credit. You are sitting on the most powerfulest asset that mankind has ever been given. And we take our credit way too passively. The wealthy do not just earn, they own. They earn assets that bring them income. Whether they work or not, they want to make money all the time. Rental properties. I tell y'all all the time, you ain't got to go buy you no home to start no group home. You ain't got to go buy you no home to start no Airbnb. You can rent that. Well, my credit is shot out. Get an LLC. Rent it in your business. It's called corporate leasing. And now the place that you are renting, you can put that on Airbnb, start generating you income. People cannot sit around me and tell me they don't know how to make money. It's a bold-faced lie. You wouldn't survive trying to come to me with something like that. You can go rent a house and start a non-medical home facility, a recovery home, a re-entry home, a home. One of my clients is going to start a home for teenage mothers who get kicked out. She don't want them homeless on the street pregnant. Do you know the government will give you lots of money? I didn't even look up the contracts for temporary housing. See, that's when you get in them $1 trillion contracts. They bypass the billions and go straight to the trillions. I don't know if you saw over here on when we were looking up how much the contract, they were saying some of the work was to be done in Qatar, some of the work was to be done in Beijing. We be thinking when we say, hey, all of this money, they just gave a new aid package to Ukraine. They just gave a 1.10 trillion aid package to Ukraine. Excuse me. They are not giving $1.10 trillion over to Ukraine. They're giving it to us as contractors and they're dividing the workload up. Okay. It's going to cost $1 billion for the water. Get bottled water. You handle the bottled water. It's going to take another $1 million to provide baby diapers and wipes. You handle the baby diapers and wipes for $1 million. So everybody get a piece of the pie, but we are the ones getting the money. Our job is to make sure they get the product. Boeing makes weapons for them, missiles for them, so they get money to make the missiles. Okay? They need emergency blankets. They need clothing. We get paid for providing that stuff. I don't have a problem shopping for you, Mr. Government. Everything's online with a click and an order. I can be paying myself millions of dollars. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Okay? And you can leverage your credit to go buy real estate. Do you know that you can put your down payment with your credit card? You can pay your closing costs with your credit card. You can pay for your attorney to come and do the inspection and walk through with your credit card. That you don't even have to have any cash to purchase a home or real estate or any. It could all be paid for on your credit card that you leverage with either your personal credit or business credit. Really don't matter. And if you got a business, then guess what? The bag is bigger. You can go get $1 million home built. You just have to put $200,000 down. Where am I gonna get $200,000 from? Chase Bank can give you $150,000 as long as you are a small business. LLC, EIN, business bank account, my friend. Small business. They will give you $150,000, no documents. Know how much did you make last year? No, let me see your income taxes for the last 2 years. None of that. 150,000. Penn Fed will give you 50,000. No documentation. So where are you going to get 200,000? Chase and PenFed, 200,000. Here you go. Okay. As long as I say on this $1 million property that you are building that the garage gonna be my workplace, then I can buy me a non-QM loan, not in my name. And then I just put that over into my trust because I don't own anything the trust does. I just control it. While I'm alive, I'm gonna control the trust. And after I go, then my kids gonna control it. And after they go, then their kids gonna control it. I set the rules in the trust. No outsiders, doesn't matter if it's by marriage, could ever get into the trust. The next living heir will be able to control the trust. And that don't mean that he got to distribute out money to my other kids. No, these kids will receive this amount of money every single month. These are their property. So when they leave the house, they have a house. Okay? Keep everything in the trust. In care of Tawana Worlds. In care of the trust signed Tawana Worlds. I don't own anything, beloveds. And because I borrowed the money, I don't pay taxes on it. I did not go work for the money. It was not earned. It was loaned. Can't tax me on that, Uncle Sam. And then I took all of the money and I invested it into either an insurance policy, tax-free, because I'm paying my debt to society, making sure I'm a good citizen, have car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and I am adding to the economy. So I get rewarded for adding to the economy. That's tax-free. And then my trust gonna go buy land, which is tax-free. There is no taxes on land or gold. There's only taxes on money. Why is that? If gold costs 1,000, you pay 1,000 flat. Ain't no taxes. If land costs 350, 350 it is. Ain't no taxes. So this is how you learn how to live tax-free, family. You got to know the rules of the game to get in the game and play the game. Hello, somebody. This is how you position yourself. If you give me 200,000, I go build $1 million home, then I just eliminated rent for me and all my family. To heck with building $1 million home. Look, build a $200,000 house there, $200,000 house there, $200,000 house there. We had $600,000, $200,000 house there, and a school, cafeteria, wash house. Build that for $200,000 right there. We ain't got no rent to pay to nobody. We pay taxes once a year. That's it. And then we pay our taxes up front. And then I got something called equity that comes out of the home that I can borrow against in about a year or two. Say, hey, equity for this $1 million compound, I only need 200,000. Why? Because I'm gonna take that 200,000 and I'm gonna go build another $1 million compound. Put the 20,000 down. Go buy me like a car wash. Go buy me like a daycare center. Go buy me like a transportation business. Why? Because now I got multiple streams of income generating me passive income every month, and I don't have to work for it. Okay, let's wrap it up with this. And then you got to learn high income skills that pay now. Skills that generate cash are recession resistant. Dispatching. I tell y'all all the time. People gonna need them trucks moved, and you might as well move into a better position. Of those two Raycons that I showed you, the 5,500, if I dispatch that load, that's a $550 off of one person. I charge 10% to book the load. I just picked up the phone. Hey, I got a driver. Here's his carrier packet. Can you take the load? Yeah, you sure can. Cool. Okay, well, let me get on the phone with somebody else, find another load coming back for 5,500. Okay, because you want to just go straight there. It's gonna take about 2 or 3 days to get there. I'm gonna make sure he be able to rest for 24 hours. So by the fourth or the fifth day, he gonna pick up this load and he gonna bring that back for 5,500. And I just made me $1,100 from one truck, making sure they get there and get back. Don't let them want to stay over the road for 2 weeks. Oh my God. This 6 figure dispatch mastery, listen, skills that generate cash are recession resistant. Dispatching, real estate, negotiation, credit consulting, government contract procurement. These are skills that companies and individuals pay premium prices for, regardless of whether the broader economy is up or down. These are your fastest path to increase income right now. Okay? It's right now. I am going to stop it there. Give y'all a couple opportunities to hop off y'all timeline. If you ready, then I'm ready to lead you. I tell y'all outside of transportation, I tell y'all all about helping people find money. Helping people find money. I have a 14-day challenge. I'm thinking about adding an additional 7 days. Okay. But I am going to be holding a 14 to 21 day challenge. Reason why I'm saying 21 is because every 7 days we're going to hit a milestone. First 7 days, we're going to make our first $500 using AI with no experience, no skills, no nothing. I'm going to show you how to create your digital product that is going to be ready for sale instantaneously. So the first week, we get into $500. Now that you're making money, you can go ahead and give some time to your credit. I'm going to show you all the legal laws, consumer laws, how you can sue them, take advantage of this data breach, this other data breach that just broke forth 2 days ago. You can actually get paid for it. $1,000 per item that was breached. If your name was breached, 1,000. Address, 1,000. On my social, 1,000. You can run it up, beloveds. So the next 7 days is going to be credit positioning, because the last 7 days is going to be about funding. I need to show y'all where to go get the bag from. But since most people are just like, I need money and I need it right now. I can't focus on my credit. I can't focus on all that right now. I just need extra money. We're going to do it for you. First 7, we're going to make income. Second 7, we're going to go ahead and leverage and fix this credit and get this thing all the way popping and all the way together. Okay? So now you'll be able to constantly leverage it. And then by the third 7 days, which is the last 21 days, okay, from 14 days to 21 days, then we just going after funding. Regardless of where your credit is at, we're going after funding. I don't care if it's an extra $10,000 without even running your credit check, we're going after funding. I don't care if it's $20,000 without running your credit, we're going after funding. It doesn't matter if your credit is decent and I send you to run up a $75,000 play. We're going after funding. If I say, hey, look, your credit is at least a 620, 700, hey, go hit these people up for 200,000, 250,000. We're going after funding. I'm going to announce this as an early bird here first. and the room will not be packed out. When you keep it intimate, then the people that are able, to need extra assistance can get that. People who have questions, they can get that. When you got 500, 100 people, 75 people, 90 people pulling on you, you get drained out. I like it small and intimate so that we can take action. It's $97 on this live only. Okay? You're going to totally, if you catch it off live, you're going to pay $4.97. It's 21 days of my time every single day. Okay? So if I'm showing you how to make 500 in your first week, and guess what you'll make in your second, in your third, and in your fourth? The more you make, the more you want to make. It's like a game. It's like a game of catch and chase. When I do 500, what's next? 1,000. Okay, when I do 1,000, what's next? 2,000. When I do 2,000, what's next? 5,000. It's a game of elevation. Any of y'all on here want that before I close it down? It is early bird pricing, and it's on live only. Flyers are already made. We're already getting ready to do the marketing promotional, and it's going to be $4.97 hands down. I'm going to show you how to get money. I'm going to show you how to repair and raise your credit. And then I'm going to show you how to go get that big bag. Okay? 21 days. It's perfect timing for all of the shenanigans that is about to hit our bank accounts, our pocketbooks. You're definitely going to want to pay to find a way to make your money make more money. And right now, I don't care if I had to sell cans and bottles to get $97. I need a way out. And I need to know how to make more money smarter without ever having to trade my time for money. I'm tired of that. I don't have enough time on my hands to actually go get another job. I just don't have time on my hands to do that. Okay? So if you guys want to be in, it doesn't matter if you miss a day or so, the replays will be inside of the community that we will gather in. Okay? But that's the best that I can do for you. Okay? I'm going to say it again. Would you trade $97 for $1,000 that you can repeatedly make over and over and over again? You can make $1,000 a month. You get 10 people to buy a $97 product in 30 days. So every other day you can make a sale. If you get 20 people to pay you $47, still did $1,000 a month. Money is just a numbers game. Okay. So is there any questions for me? Because I'm about to jump off. I just wanted to offer y'all that opportunity. Of course, I got other opportunities, but this is the one that I was led to offer. I then came up, sought God, came up with very creative ways to help his people. You're going to meet him halfway. You're not finna get anything for the free 99, but another problem, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, you will get another problem. Once I give you something for $97 that you just go off and do by yourself, you have to come back and be like, so what's the next step? It creates a problem to solve a problem to create another problem to solve a problem. Okay, I got what in. I probably only take about 10 of y'all. Okay, I want it intimate. So if I took 10 and not 5, because that's the number I've been working with and God has been dealing with me, he has. Because I don't want to, you know, I don't know. I just said, I'm not even going to cap to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all why I don't work with a lot of people. Maybe that is my issue. I might need to take that to the Lord. I told y'all He working on me. In 2024, like November, December, January, we went like on a blitz. And we had hundreds and hundreds of people showing up to our Zooms, hundreds of people showing up to our lives. Um, we made money together on the live instantaneously. There was some good moments, very stressful moments, but very good moments, breakthrough moments. But it was just too much to handle, even for a team of 4 or 5 of us. It was just too much to handle. You trying to talk, people unmuting, people grabbing your screen, controlling your little nodule. I mean, it was just like, yeah, I won't do this again. So I am selective about how many people that I work with. It will be every day because it will be 21 days straight. Small implementationable actions that's going to help us. First week, make our money. Second week, fix and repair. Third week, leverage and scale. Okay? Cash App. Yep, let me put the information on the screen. These are the platforms that I am taking. It's probably going to cut off my face. These are the platforms that I am taking. Make sure you include your email address if you're using any of those platforms. Since there is no questions, and I didn't see any questions but my sister. Okay. Send me an email, sister, so I have your email right at the top. We working with limited stuff here. You know, all my stuff is at home. So a lot of stuff that I just have readily right available start or whatever. We getting it together. Because God is getting it together through us. All right, y'all. Y'all keep on watching or you can build. I will tell you this one thing about Dr. T. Because I was so passionate, because I loved you so much, and I came by here to really help you so that when the crap hits the fan, we can kind of just be chilling and watching and praying and just positioned, okay? One thing that really grinds my gears is if you have an opportunity to take advantage of the opportunity to take preventative measures. I'm not going to say prevent because we don't have that type of power and control, but take preventative measures, right? You brush your teeth so you don't get cavities. That's called preventative measures. For those who don't brush their teeth, wait until they get a cavity or some type of toothache before they go to the dentist and have to have it removed or filled or whatever the case may be. That is called reaction. Now they have to have a reaction because they did not brush their teeth and they let food and stuff sit on their teeth or whatever caused the cavity, caused a rotten tooth. When you take preventative measures and brush your teeth and floss your teeth, then you preserve your teeth a lot longer than you would if you didn't brush your teeth. But because you failed to take preventative measures and now you're reacting to the pain that is causing you, it's going to cost you a lot more. It would only cost you a toothbrush, maybe $5 now with prices, and some dental floss. Maybe another $5 to $10. $20 max to prevent a cavity. But now it will cost you $1,200 to remove a cavity. Why did I say that? Because when I come by here, this is a time to be proactive so you don't have to be reactive. One thing that I cannot stand is when people are trying to come to me when it's too late and now they reacting. And now they be like, Dr. King, can you hurry up and do this for me, Dr. D? Can I get you to do this for me right here, Dr. D? Yeah, let me pay you to just do that. First of all, your lack of preparation does not warrant an emergency in my life. I have a whole business, a family, ministry, children, family members. I got too much going on, okay? And whatever time I offer an opportunity to you, and I'm taking my time away from all my extracurricular activities that I got to put you in a better position so that you are proactive and not reactive, and you don't take it, you can't come back to me. Only God knows that. If I've come here to help you offer, be like, I've been watching you for 2 years. I lost my job, Doctor. I don't know what to tell you. Because you watched me for 2 years. And 2 years ago, you could have at least had something coming in, flowing, moving. That way you wouldn't be panicking, looking crazy right now. You already be positioned for the transition. Lost that job, but look, this one still bringing me the same income. I don't lose no gaps in my rent, my food. Everything is still flowing smoothly because I took preventative measures before this was even a thing, and I set me something up. So y'all just keep that in mind. I love y'all, okay? When the crap hits the fan, find you somebody else. I'm gonna just tell you that right now, straight off the rip. Find you somebody else. And you be amazed how many people that I know. Oh, I'm gonna get with you, Dr. T, and you don't? Okay, you'll never get that opportunity to get with me again because my time is very valuable. I can't get it back. And when I show up because I love you. And I don't work at your convenience. I work when God send me across your path. And you gotta work with me when He's send you across mine. Okay? All right, y'all. Love y'all, Instagram fam. You already know what to do. You can't see the information over here, but you already know. Hit me up in my DM. I will honor whatever um, opportunity that I offered over here up to about an hour. Okay? Up to about an hour, and then it goes to full price. That being said, I love y'all. Y'all already know I come in love, and I come in the volume of the book that is written of me. It is either now or it's never. And that doesn't matter if you go with me or somebody else, or if you do it by yourself. It's either now or never. And you have a choice to decide. Mwah. Love y'all. See you next time. Go in peace so you don't end up in pieces. And always go with God, and He will go with you.